Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. Welcome tonight to another edition of our Duck Derby. We are in round 3 with our Group A racers tonight. I am Solario Rex, joined in the booth tonight by none other than Sonny Wrath. How are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing well, Solario. It's been a long time, but we're finally in the booth together, and it's gonna
Hoorah.
be a blast.
You best believe. So
So,
tell us about the event. Tell us about our runners. What have we got going on tonight?
oh yeah, the Duck Derby. I mean, it's been going on for the past 2 weeks now. This is week 3. We are into the Shard Hunt week, and all of these runners are trying to get in a spot that they can progress through this first set of stages and make it into the semifinals and the finals. But with this being Shard Hunt week, it's going to be very interesting to see, as the orbs technically aren't required. It's only 28 shards, the loot, and the key in order to get into Topher. It is going to be a mid Topher, so it's going to be a lot faster. All fiends are going to be fought, and of course, we've got our standard Topher exit. When it comes to the incentive locations, we're going to have Ice Ordeals, Marsh, Earth, Sea, Sky, and Locked Canaria all incentivized, as well as the main NPCs and the fetch quest NPCs. But enough on that. Let's jump into these blursings. You
Yeah,
want to take that
absolutely.
away?
Absolutely. So we're looking at a fighter that in the bonus category is looking at plus 20 HP, plus 20 hit percentage, and the clean magic, which can be particularly spicy. The malice applied to the fighter tonight is going to be a minus 10 agility, so not a huge hit to that fighter. So I'm banking on seeing quite a few fighters here tonight. Thief, we've got bonuses in elemental magic, equipping axes, plus 20 strength, and minus 10 luck to that thief. When it comes to the black belt particularly spicy here with plus 10 MDef, telemagic, and plus 5 luck, the malice being no moss immune. For the red mage tonight, we're looking at plus life, plus equip shirt, and plus 10 hit percentage points. But the malice on that red mage is no temper. That one hurts. Now we've got our white mage with hurt undead, plus cure 3, and the ability to equip shields. The malice being no bracelet though. Another unfortunate one to hit those mages. Black mage here, we've got plus red mage armor, plus legendary sword, and plus 50 agility. The malice being minus 150 gold pieces. That black mage at the end there, pretty stacked as well. Oh, and away we go. Our runners are off.
Indeed, and as you noticed within the party comps, nobody took a black mage. Level 1 white magic, nothing to really write home about. Level 2 or level 1 black magic, though, has Ice 2, Hold, Sleep, and Slow 2. Hold being very nice, as well as Ice 2, you've got an elemental sweeper, and with that Thief having elemental magic, it's going to have the tier 2 sweepers, or tier 2 elemental spells as well.
Yeah, that's
The
a great point. Those early sweepers can be super, super potent.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, we did have Thavian does have the black mage. I'm surprised that so many people opted into the red mage, despite the temper blursing. I guess I would lend myself towards the black mage over the red mage here.
well, there's a good reason why they ended up opting for the red, and that's because the power gauntlet in and of itself is incentivized, so it is going to be somewhere in the pool, which definitely adds a lot of benefit going through the seed. You don't have to worry about temper, you don't have to worry about that lack of it on the red, and since you have the white, you're able to just pump into healing and life magic. We see a few unfortunate bounces here due to sweepers coming out from these early encounters, but the king having the bottle and Princess Sarah having the crystal, that at least allows for one fetch quest to be turned in.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love it seeing that early crystal. I always am tempted to go check Matoya for those 3 chests early, but it always feels bad knowing you're going to have to come back with that crystal at some point. But getting that early crystal allows you to take care of Matoya's cave all in one fell swoop, check that crystal, check those chests, and keep on moving.
Indeed. All right, 876 gold and a whopping 4 grand EXP, and Scarcerer is bat locked right now, getting to Sarah, but does make it there. Thavian going straight to Matoya's. Gonna go ahead and turn in that crystal, and we're gonna see what Matoya yields tonight.
Maybe if these wolves would get out of our way. We've got Fire 2 wolves.
Yeah, that's what bounced people out of Topher initially, and it's not pretty. Speaking of the Fire 2 wolves, here they come again for Forsaken Sadness. He did end up healing up and is able to get away. The canal coming in from Matoya.
Got that escape from those wolves. Looks like everyone has now cleared our first bar. Chaos has been defeated 4 times across the board here, so everyone's got their crystal, everyone's got their bottle, and looks like we're going to make a unified journey up to check out Matoya. We do have Thavian just a little bit in the lead right now, headed over to Provoca to see what our friend Bicky has, if these wolves allow him to progress at all.
Indeed. Tyrion, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders, to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Duck Derby. This is week 3. This is the Shard Hunt week. Probably my favorite flag set that we have for the Derby this year.
Interesting. Tell me, what makes it your favorite?
The fact that the routing in and of itself can end up being so dynamic that you do not actually end up defeating any of the fiends. You only really need 2 key items to be in go mode, technically speaking. Granted, the ship, the canal, the floater, and the canoe are all recommended to have. If we were doing this on entrance floor shuffle, there's actually a very good probability of being in go mode without ever leaving the NRC.
All right. I like that. It does provide some interest, some intrigue when you don't have to take care of all of those fiends. Looks like Bicky's gonna pass off the adamant, so he's got that spicy metal for us tonight. Hopefully we're making a dip over to dwarves at some point to see what that turns into.
I do believe we will be, and we saw that the housing market is a little expensive this time around. But copper bracelets, they're +1, and they're looking pretty good.
I was gonna say those were not very expensive. That chainmail +4 though is particularly nice, particularly for these fighters. You could throw that on those red mages as well.
You can throw it on the black mage as well, since it has plus red mage armor.
Oh hell yeah, we're like almost endgame armor then, right?
Pretty much. I mean, that chain +4, it's gonna do some work.
Woo! Alrighty, so where to next? Where are you headed?
I would go turn in the Adamant immediately. We see Pure Fear, Exfer, and Lamp here at level 2 White Magic. Level 2 Black Magic, we see Confuse, Saber, Zap, and Stun.
Hey, Zap is fun.
Zaps, don't sleep on Zap. It can instantly kill one of the fiends.
This is true. Getting that zap on any of the fiends is pretty spicy. Love it. So that adamant turn-in appears to be our only path forward at this point. Hopefully we get something good. I'm thinking it has to be, let's see, it's got to be the key or the boat or the canoe, right? Am I mapping that right?
I mean, if I remember correctly, Extended Open is on, so there are chances of heading towards Marsh. There are chances of heading to Elfland with a shop item being there, and creeps have thunder. That's painful to see.
The inner sea just does not want them to progress. Well, there we go. We got the canoe. I was mistaken about the flags, and I was right anyway. So, you know,
hey,
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That's what this randomizer has taught me.
I'm pretty sure that is the mantra for all randos, but it's a good mantra to follow.
All right, so we've got Scarcer heading right to that marsh cave. He's got his canoe. I believe Thavian also picked up his canoe there.
Thavian's
Or
about to pick up the
he's
canoe.
about to. All right, he got a little hold up with those wolves, gave him a little trouble, I think, or maybe the creeps got him. Oh no.
Ogres
Goodbye.
with slow. That is unfortunate to see, but that's Silver Helmet +4, good armor for the fighter, and Scarcer heading up to the top of Marsh instead of going straight to the bottom. And we did not have Extended open.
Okay, that is one of the things about this flag set that I find particularly interesting. It's the number of chests you need to check. So when it comes to the shard hunt, checking chests is far more valuable because you need to check at least 28 chests to get everything that you need. You need all 28 of those shards in order to, assemble the black orb and continue into the depths of time itself. And checking more chests becomes pivotal when it comes to choosing your party as well. Like when you're looking at your party itself, you're likely not going to want to take a black belt because the idea behind a black belt is checking fewer chests, taking more encounters, leveling up that black belt as fast as possible, whereas the fighter is going to be a more ideal carry melee character in this sort of flag set because you are checking so many chests and are likely to pick up more valuable gear for that fighter.
100% agreed. Sorbius has taken us into Elfland. We see Invis, Heal 3, Harm, and Cure 3 here at level 3 White Magic. I did not see what level 3 Black Magic was. We have Stop, Ice, Fire 3, and Fast at level 3 Black Magic.
Oh, Fire 3 and Fast. We're set. Ready to go. We got all the black magic we need.
I mean, the only other one I would want is Lit 3, or even Lit 2. Granted, the Thief does have 2 charges of Lit 2. That'll only go so far.
This is true. But, I mean, we could find, there's caster items and whatnot that might take care of that for us.
Oof. You wouldn't happen to be talking about the Mage Stick, the Black Shirt, and the Zeus Gauntlet, would you?
Never. I would never do such a thing. Oof. These bones with Stinger are giving Scarcer the business right now. Poisoning his party down the line.
Thavian, unfortunately, suffering the same fate there.
Ooh, looks like we're using some drink strats.
Oh, and they follow up with Dazzle. That's disgusting.
Oh. Yep, and he resets out of that. Do not blame him at all. Oh, we've got Sorbius running into the same trapped encounter here.
Yeah, this encounter, you look at it at first and you're like, this is Stinger, it's fine. And then it's like, oh wait, this isn't fine.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
We just run from this and it's fine, right? Just kidding, everyone's stunned. Oh, here we go. We have it again. Scarcer gets away this time. Oh, here we can see that Fire 3 and that Fast being picked up on Forsaken Sadness' side. He made that pit stop into Elfland. It looks like prior to hitting up Marsh Cave.
Yeah, Forsaken making a good play grabbing that Fire 3. I mean, granted, there may not be any charges of it right now. That doesn't mean that there will continue to be no charges of it. Instead, it will grow. Okay, that's a loaded White 4. Heal 2, Fade, Wall, and Viz 2. Let's see what Black Level 4 has. There's Temper. There's Bane. Fire 2 is because Fire 3 and Lit 1 is
I mean, Bane, Temper, what else do you need? We've got a loaded Elfland, essentially, is what we've learned today. I mean, Fade, Wall, Invis 2, Temper, Bane, all level 4 spells. Heal 3, Cure 3, Fire 3, Fast, all level 3 spells. Our mages are geared up and ready to go, which is a particular favorite of mine because I don't really like scrolling my magic page. So if my mages get something, I feel like I don't check levels 5, 6, 7, or 8 if I've got Fast and or temper or fast and temper available to me already with a few clears. I mean, after that, I'm looking for teleport magic and screw the rest.
Oh, I can absolutely agree with that. I mean, there's only so much you need in your toolkit in order to be able to make it through any seed.
And it's
All right.
it really becomes about charges as we get later too. I mean, you're gonna have
Oh,
6, 7 charges in your first few spell slots, and you know if you only have 1 or 2 spell slot or 1 or 2 casts of a 6th level spell, I mean, is it worth it? Maybe.
I mean, it depends upon what rolls at level 6, but yeah, I do agree with that. All
All
right,
right.
we did see the rod come in from the Marsh incentive here. Thavian working on getting out. Scarcer already out. Sorbius working on getting out. And Forsaken just made it into Marsh.
Now, it doesn't look like, I don't know if this has been part of the Duckling curriculum or not, but it doesn't look like we have many hard resets going on here. It doesn't look like we're necessarily figuring out what this encounter table looks like. Now, overworld traversal, not, not a technique or not techniques that we normally talk about early on, but I think it would be particularly useful in this case. The overworld is proving to be difficult. There's a lot of clear spells. You know, we've got the creeps with thunder, we've got the wolves with fire too, causing us a lot of issues. I'm curious if maybe some of our runners, maybe not, maybe off-stream runners are having more success or finding more speed doing some hard resets, getting around it. And as I say that, it looks like Thavian Hawk is taking that message to heart. So maybe he's just listening to what I'm saying right now.
I mean, Thavian's been using encounter table manipulation throughout the seed so far, but just keeps getting encounters at unfavorable spots. But with this wolf being here, it did not open up with that fire 2, as I say, it follows up with it on round 2, but still has a chance to be able to get out of here, and does.
Yeah, I mean, we're at a point now where we're starting to see enough HP on our light warriors that escaping death from fire 2 is far more likely. But you know, it can still be a dangerous aspect when you're seeing 3, 4, 5 of those wolves at a time.
Oh yeah. Scarcer immediately picking up Invis 2. I believe also picked up Fade. Going in to take a nap at the end, restore all charges, and now it is off to Crescent Lake or Ice Cave. The only 2 places remaining. One of these is going to have either the ship or the floater. Or a chain that leads into it.
Yep. Let's see, it'd also be the herb or the key or the TNT that leads us to victory. Ooh, that was Avian checking our hint giver.
What was the hint that was given?
It said something about Ice Cave. I couldn't read the rest of it.
Oh boy. Well, for those of you that don't like Ice Cave's gonna be happening. So, my condolences.
There are people out there that don't like Ice Cave?
So I've heard.
I thought you just get Canoe and get Ice Cave immediately.
Oh, the fairy in the bottle has the roost stick. There's the crown coming in from the Circle of Sages on Scarcer's side. Sorbius not too terribly far behind. Thavian working on getting through the river system in order to pick up that crown here in Crescent Lake. Gonna check the shop, and there is no shop item here in Crescent.
All right, so are you sprinting that crown back, or are you gonna go check out maybe what's in some of the chests in Volcano, or diving ice? What's your play here?
This is kind of a tough decision because with the toolkit that we've seen in this seed, ice is definitely doable. However, the safer play would be to go back to take down Astos over at Northwest Castle. But it looks like Sorbius is making the play to go to Ice Cave.
Nice. I think from purely a chest density standpoint, if I'm close to level, if I'm like level 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there, I think I'm going for Volcano. I mean, I think just from a chest density standpoint, we need to get those shards. And there are the most chests available to us right now in Volcano.
Oh, there absolutely are. And the other thing on top of that is you can get an extra 2 shards from defeating Carrie.
Here we go. Thavian hitting up Volcano. It's like he's listening. I'm just transmitting my thoughts to him.
I would say so. Where Scarcer and Sorbius are both heading towards the ice cave. This is going to be interesting to see what comes around from these divergences.
Yeah, that was another. I mean, that's another point I think in the like why shard hunt seeds are extremely interesting. In that in far fewer incentive items are required potentially. I mean, you had mentioned it earlier. You know, you can potentially be in go mode having only 2 items. Now, is that likely to happen? No, but you could be. And in this case, you know, getting those chests, checking those chests for those shards is very, very important.
Oh, very much so. And Thavian going through the hairpins, about to see what is on. Okay, that's a red D on the fire elemental tile. That's a potential grind.
Now knowing that there are, you know, it's alternate. You could find different things. It's not. Wow, what am I trying to say here?
They're
You can
shuffled
find
tiles.
shuffled tiles. Thank you. That's the flag that I'm looking for and unable to articulate. Now that I know that shuffled tiles are a thing, I'm checking. You know, I would check the early tile here in this room. See, you know, hey, is that, you know, is that the eye? Is that something better to grind on? Now, red D's great grind. Not gonna lie. Or pretty solid. Maybe not great. They can be nasty as far as taking out party members, but you know, hey, that eye is out there in the world somewhere, and maybe it's closer than you think.
I mean, this mummy tile, though, that Scars run across is also pretty good. Sorbius about to hit it again, as that can net a lot of EXP, especially with Fire 3 in the back pocket. Though,
Do we see how many charges they have of that right now, though? It might be pretty limited in volume.
I believe 2 right now on the red.
Okay, so worth blowing one to pick up some levels, but maybe not in a grindy position quite yet.
No, far from a grindy position right now.
Another shard picked up by Scarcer. We'll have to start keeping track. Take a look. Looks like I just saw Sorbius had about 4 shards in his plate. We'll have to see how many Scarcer has here. Or maybe Thavian in their next pause.
All right, Thavian into the armory, going to check all of these chests. How many shards are we going to find right now? It's okay. There's 1, and a lot of EXP. That EXP is really nice to see.
Okay, those are some big EXP gets. Looks like we're level 11 now.
All right, Sorbius coming in to the 3-pack. Working on getting away from these birds and mummies.
Just another big EXP chest there for Thavian in that armory trap chest.
That's a lot of EXP, but at the same time, a lot of charges. Here we go. The incentive chest is guarded by the Frost Dragon tile instead of the Eye tile like it normally would be, and it has the Ruby for Titan. That means the crown is the play in order to progress through the seed.
So now this could be huge. I mean, Thavian, if he checked that old, you know, if he checked that hint giver and it told him that the ruby was in ice, he might skip ice entirely.
There is a chance of that.
Oh, there was a lit 2 item picked up there by Scarcer. That'll be good to have another clear spell in the pocket.
Yep. And I do believe Thavian did check that hint. As Thavian finds the opal bracelet, it's +4. That's some amazing armor.
And that's one safe red mage.
That's so much absorb.
Is it what is it, vanilla? 42 vanilla?
I believe so, yes.
Ooh, there's
Oh,
a Zap
good
shirt.
lord.
Zap shirts ahoy. So we did have the red mage with the equip shirt buff. So does he put the shirt on the red mage and move the...
I do believe that's exactly what he is about to do.
Where does that opal go then? On the fighter?
Opal's going on the fighter.
There we go. Get that tanky boy some more stuff.
All right, Sorbius making the way over to Northwest Castle, taking the roundabout from the north. Which, you know, I kind of like it.
I guess it would be faster if you wanted to avoid going through the river back through the river system again.
Well, and at the same time, with the massive stock of save items that Sorbius has, it's not going to take too terribly long to actually get there. Lock 2 axe being our light axe for the night.
Interesting. Checking him out, deciding which one is beefier for his fighter.
Definitely would be that light axe.
It appears as though he has forgotten that the thief has the equip axe bonus. Ooh, there's a ribbon.
Okay, this is getting real nice now. A ribbon being found is huge. Was that the key coming in from Astos?
I believe so. We'll have to see what he picks up here in a second.
All right, Lit 2 is going to come out. Fog 2 from Astos, not going to do much of anything. Fire 2 comes out, 53 damage. That is goodbye, Astos. Putting the party up to level 11, and it is the Mystic Key.
There's the key. The key does open quite a few chest checks, which is exactly what we want right now. So he's going to be able to check this little armory, get these 3 chests here. He's going to be able to pop up to dwarves, check out what the dwarves are selling, or storing, I should say. Did pick up a shard there, so love to see that.
But he did not check the tiles, and if the eye is there, that would have been a very easy early grind to hit.
That would have been huge. Oh, I thought for 1 second that he was going to go out heal and then go, or heal and save and then go back in for it.
All right, the Fire 2 Wolves striking back, and that's going to be an instant reset for Sorbius. Scarcer, though, getting really close to Northwest Castle, going to be picking up the key soon. And then
Avian finding this big mummy pack on the red D tile.
That's the waterfall tile right there. Yep. That's a gold mine, both in EXP and gold itself.
Avian, put that other axe on your thief. We've got Scarcer picking up his key. We've got Forsaken Sadness making his Ice Cave run.
And a shard behind the red D for Fabian.
Oh, he's going to take that tile again. Oh, look at all them birds. That's not what you want to see.
The birds decided to say hi.
Yeah, that's way less experience.
All right, here we go. In Locked Canaria, we know this has to be progression of some sort. It's the floater!
The floater. Oh my goodness, we are in the air. Let's go.
Who needs a ship? You have an airship.
Airboat time. We did find a handful of shards in there as well. I think there were 2 or 3 shards that were picked up in that Canaria Castle locked area, so that's also pretty nice. I think Sorbius might be up to 10, maybe 11 shards at this point.
Probably, and Thavian's actually going to take the walk out of Volcano, because without taking the black belt, there's no access to telemagic whatsoever. And
yeah, at least.
At the upside with Thavian's play coming into Volcano is he did pick up a lot of shards here.
And a lot of pretty solid gear as well. I mean, he didn't find any of the... I mean, there are, 2 loose items as well, so unfortunately those didn't get picked up, but we're in good shape.
There are 2 loose items, yes. because it is the Toulouse Shard Hunt. And now Thavian will be able to head over to the Ice Cave, not face too many issues, but going to make a pit stop over at Crescent Lake in order to restore spell charges, restore everybody's health, and probably refill on potions and maybe restock on housing.
And here he goes, making you eat your words again.
Nah. I mean, even still, I expect a town stop from him.
Elfland it is. Probably. Can't be too sure now.
I know, right? I mean, he is out of houses, so he'll need at least something.
There we go. All right, so Sphinx are our trap tile in the Topher locked chests there. So not necessarily something you really want to grind out. Didn't really find anything good there either. We've got Sorbius, who is in the air, about to check our boy Sarda, who has the tail.
That's really nice to see, especially early on. We have promotion at the ready.
We do. Additionally, we do have, I believe we have the Dragon's Horde box checked tonight. So there are just a ton of boxes sitting around our friend Bahamut as well.
All 13 boxes that you would normally find. Level 5, Life 2, Black Magic. We see Blind Lock 2, Brack Quad X. Unfortunately, Brack being promo locked, but also, I agree, grab that Quad X. And the Hint Giver telling Sorbius to get equipped with Ted Woolsey.
All right, Thavian picks up his key. Looking good.
All right, Sorbius immediately going to promote. I like the play here. And the other nice thing is this can also be chained into checking Gaia with the bottle. Can head to Ordeals, head into Waterfall. If the Oxyale is obtained, head straight into Sea from there. There are a lot of different plays that can be made. But for the treasury, we see a little bit of money, a good amount of EXP. That's a Flame Shield +1. Really nice to see. About 10,000 EXP, Ice Sword +2, another shard, 14,000, almost 15,000 EXP.
I mean, nice, but not exactly what I was looking for. I mean, that Ice Sword +2 and that Fire Shield +1, also really nice pickups. So, you know, I think he got what he got his money's worth. Out of what he was doing here.
I would absolutely say so. And here we go, heading over towards the caravan itself. Is the shop item going to be in its normal location? It is not. So that means it's going to be either Onrak or Gaia that holds the shop item.
Oh, interesting. Sorbius stops over here first. I really liked kind of your layout there, where we hit Gaia, hit up the bottle, see what the shop is there, head over to Ordeals, kind of work your way, right to left a little bit as far as the map is concerned.
Yeah, and it actually would have paid out in this case because the shop item is over in Gaia, and I believe Sorbius knows that for sure now.
Did Scarsor just pick it up? Or did he not check?
I'm not certain.
I think he just dumped his bottle, but I don't know that he checked.
I believe the fairy was a Roostic, yes, because I believe there was a hint for it earlier. But Scarsor does have the herb in tow, and that yields the Saber Bonk, so there is the whole lack of temper on the Red Mage being nullified altogether.
Who doesn't love a good double temper? Or a temper saber? Come on.
Hey, Temper Saber, I mean, you're getting power there.
I told you, speed and power is the way to go.
Oh, it always has been. And there's the floater for Thavian. Sorbius running through the waterfall here does not have warp. We'll have to walk out normally. And hi, Earth Elemental. You're not supposed to be here.
What are you doing?
Another, ooh,
One
two
shard.
shards.
2 shards. There's
Mosmune!
-3. Was that a
Mos-
-3?
I believe it was a +3, actually.
Oh, okay. That's way better than -3, turns out.
All right, Scarcer checking to see what the ruby is going to yield here from the Titan. Not
Oh,
too
so
many boxes remain to check. That means there more than likely will be a loose over in Earth.
Sorbius, fight that gas dragon. I love
There's a
the
loose
gas.
right there! It's the loose that doesn't matter, as that is the ship.
Yay, loose ship.
There was another big thing that Scarcer found in that 4-pack of Titans. That was a temper sword.
Ooh.
That was the Bane sword, and it rolled into temper.
Interesting. So it doesn't make any. I mean, he's got what the ninja and the knight now. So it doesn't make a ton of sense in my mind to have both the saber. Oh, there's the loose TNT. There it is. We got both loose items. Huzzah! Nice job, Scarcer. One right after another.
All right, looking good right now. TNT being in Earth 1, rod in tow, able to get 2 shards from this. Also has to check the incentive location, which normally would hold that ruby, but it ended up landing in ice this time around. Thavian walking around, getting to the Ryukon Desert, about to be in the air at 33:30, and pops the bottle, gonna get that roost stick from it.
I think most importantly, I think the shop item is the herb. I think I think that's what we're learning here. So that's actually, I think, the more important stop here, right?
Oh, very much so.
Because
That herb gonna be big, as that is the power bonk, and there's the roost stick for Thavian, so there is at least some modicum of safety right there.
Back to what I was saying earlier, I think having 2 melee carries here with the ninja and the fighter, having that temper sword is going to allow you to power up both of them, which I think will be really nice. For free, that is.
100% so.
So we'll have to see if everyone else makes that waterfall stop. I mean, we know pretty certainly that Thavian is not going to make that ice dive for that ruby, so he's going to be temper sword less.
Yeah,
likely.
he'll be out the temper sword, but he still at least will have the power bonk in and of itself, which always nice to see that. But
yeah, I mean, the temper sword is really superfluous after you get the saber bonk, I think. I mean, it's very nice to have, don't get me wrong, and it feels bad when you have neither of them, but 2 is just greedy.
But at the same time, 2 allows you to have multiple attack increasing stacks. But that is the slab coming in from the Earth incentive. Thavian picking up the tail. Rod being used by Scarcerer. He is down into the bottom of Earth, going to head to what I like to call the Earthen Armory, which immediately opens up with a shard. A gold bracelet +1, real nice to see. X-Cal! And an Ice 2 stick.
Well, that was a very kind set of chests.
That was a very kind set of chests, and that's going to give Scarcer a lot of power after promotion. Granted, Sorbius, with that Mazda in tow, has a lot of power as it stands. Can get even more.
We got Thavian doing the upgrade thing. He's now been promoted. Gonna get all that. I mean, it was really just that juicy experience that you got, right? Like 15k experience in these chests here. So, I mean, that's gonna be pretty nice.
For sure. And there's the Mazda being equipped onto the Knight, moving some armor around, going to re-equip the characters, throw on the Flame Shield onto the Ninja, moving the Pro Cape down to the Mage in slot 4, which I believe is the White Mage. And Scarcer pulling Lich, gonna swing, fade, and fast. Fade's gonna come out for 143. Fast is going to go out before the fighter swings. Temper Sword goes out. Ice Sword swing. 8 hits, 300 damage right off the bat. More Temper, more Fade, and Fire 3. Fire 3 coming out for 144. Temper goes out before the fighter swings. Fighter's gonna swing for 488. That is a dead Lich 1. That is +2 shards for Scarcer.
Big get. Thankfully, nothing scary came out of that Lich. It's really easy to underestimate Lich, particularly Lich 2, but Lich 1 can also go underestimated and really kick you right in the teeth when you don't need it to. So,
100% so.
Thankfully for Scarcer, didn't see anything nasty there. I do want to say Sorbius into Ordeals here. This is an area we have not seen yet. And the TNT turns into Chime over on Scarcer's side. Another thing we haven't seen yet.
So now all that's left to do is translate and turn in that slab.
Sorbius getting the business from these mixed teleportation pillars. He's gone back to start a few times here.
Unfortunate C, but that is what will happen from time to time with the randomized pillar maze. Forsaken Sadness down at the bottom of the Gurgu Volcano. And might be taking on Carry. I'm not 100% certain.
We'll have to see. I would be... It seems like a bold strategy at this point, but could pay off.
You could say it's a bold move, Cotton.
I would never call you Cotton.
Okay, that's fair.
Alrighty. So, we've got Scarcer now more beefy. He's going to be likely equipping that Excalibur that he picked up.
Oh, I do foresee an Excalibur equip. And Forsaken is going to take on Carry 1. Looking through the spells, has no fast charges. Just going to go for it with Ice 2 and some swings. First swing comes out, 3 hits, 3 damage. The Thief is down. Ice 2 comes out for 33. Ice 2 again coming out for 25. Only going to be doing chip damage for now. Little bit of an unfortunate situation here for Forsaken, but it's doable. Unlikely, but doable. Gets a crit out of the fighter for 30 damage. Ice 2 for 35. Ice 2 again for 33. Red Mage is going to go down. Swing from the fighter, 3 for 3. More Ice 2 coming out from the Black Mage.
Got to clench and pray.
Yup. This is all into praying. Swing, 3 hits, 3 damage. Ice 2 going to come out. Last Ice 2 charge for 29 damage. 6 hits for 142 is going to take down the fighter, and that's going to be a wipe for Forsaken Sadness, unfortunately.
Oh, that's got to hurt. That was a lot of time invested into clearing out Volcano.
It definitely was.
You hate to see it.
It's one of those moments that always feels bad to see.
But it's like a rite of passage. We've all done that before. Sometimes you get killed by Carry 1. Sometimes you take a wrong step and end up in a trap tile that you didn't mean to step on. You know, it happens to all of us.
It absolutely does. I mean, you and I have both gone through that many a time.
You betcha. All right, we've got Scarcer heading down to Lefane. I am excited to hopefully see him stop at the Lefane Superstore. We can get a lot of information about where all of our spells landed.
I am hoping here from the Lefanish people that we see a cube instead of the Oxy Ale. Nope, we get the Oxy Ale instead of the cube.
All right, you want to make any other predictions right now that'll turn out to be the opposite?
Well, at this point, it's not a prediction because we know that the cube's going to be in C, which means that the loot should be in Sky, if I'm not mistaken. Because I believe every other turn-in has been done.
Yes. I'm on board with this logic train. Choo-choo.
All aboard the logic train. All right,
So
more Invis 2.
Scarcer's the only one with that knowledge presently, though, so.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Woobear. I believe there was a hint giver that did say something about loot being in Sky.
Yes, it was. Chime did come from the TNT turn-in.
And there is the slab for Sorbius coming in from the Ruby Chest. Excal picked up by Thavian, going to equip that right out.
So Davian will have 2 rows of orbs, it looks like, if he can take down Lich here. I think there might have been one more shard in the other chest location. But we've got Sorbius about to hit up that very dense chest check in Earth 4 there. So he'll be up a Masa and an Excal, which has got to feel pretty good.
I mean, Sorbius would be set on the offensive side of things.
All right, so we'll have to see if Scarcer saw the hint about loot. Is he going to bother with the waterfall at all?
That is the real question at this point.
All right, well, here we go. Eating our words again. We're just going to say things and the runners are going to do the opposite, and that's our life now.
Hey, it wouldn't be FFR if that didn't happen. All right, Scarcer going to pick up that Maza, end up having a significant weapon advantage here. Going to be set for in-game, really, as Thavian pulls Lich, going to swing, fire 3, swing 1, 4 hits for 179. Excal coming out for 365. The fire 3 should take out Lich 1 with 113 damage from the first one, and that's it. That's another 2 shards for Thavian.
Thavian's also in a good spot here. He just pinged level 18, which is pretty solid heading into, you know, your higher fiend dungeons. You know, I like to see 24, 25 probably with these stats headed into Topher. You should be able to pick up quite a few levels, diving, sea, and headed up to Sky to get that loot.
That Mosmian was +2, not +3.
Still pretty good.
It's real good. I mean, I am not going to be one to complain about a Mosmian being plus anything, because any plus on the Maza is just massive.
I mean, it is a huge sword, regardless of its blursing.
It is the big stick, if you will. All right, Scarcer working on getting out of Waterfall. Thavian back up into the air, going to go turn in that slab.
That is a great point by Woobear in chat. Sorbius skipped that first floor of chests on Earth, so he skipped the loose TNT, which becomes our chime.
Yeah, that's gonna bite Sorbius and might put him into a situation where it's just questioning what was not opened versus what was opened. Forsaken running into the wrong eye. All these temper items!
Yeah. What is this?
This is temper, the seed.
Temper the seed. Love it. Oh, it's crazy that both the Thor hammer and the Bane sword rolled into temper.
No kidding there. All right. Thavian picking up that Oxy Ale as Scarcer has gone into the Sea Shrine.
We got
I
Forsaken Sadness checking the key locked chests in Marsh right now, which is an interesting play. Something that not the other runners probably won't do. Didn't really find much there, but that's not the end of the world. I mean, sometimes that sort of gamble can really, really pay off. Having 2 loose items here, if something would have landed there, that would have given Forsaken Sadness a gigantic lead, regardless of kind of any other status at this point.
oh yeah, I mean, banking on Marsh Locked is a massive gamble, but when it pays off big.
Right, Scarcer making it to Mermaids finds Shard, EXP, EXP. Man, the EXP chests are plentiful and generous tonight.
They
The
really have
money.
been.
Ooh, we're seeing our warp at level 6, so a little bit of tele magic for us for the first time. A little more money, and there's our cube picked up by Scarcerer.
That's the D6. Looks like it was a grand total of 12 shards remaining. Just has to pick up 2 shards and then can go straight to defeating fiends in order to get the last of the orbs. 1 shard, actually. Are you going to carbonate bubbles for us? No, you are not, Scarcerer. I know some people that are going to be upset.
Just the ones that are in the way. I'm on team just the ones in the way.
That's fair.
All right, not much else to speak of there. I bet we'll check maybe 2, maybe 3 chests on our way to Kraken. But if I were Scarcer, I think it's time to start skipping chests and prioritizing those shards from the fiends.
It might be a grand total of the 5 greed checks instead that Scarcer ends up grabbing. As Thavian has entered the waterfall, is going to pick up that Mosmune, has the Oxyale, has not turned in the TNT, I believe, to get the Chime.
Not
and
yet.
Forsaken, with the key in tow, is about to head to Locked Canaria and pick up that floater.
Nice. Get in the air. Let's fly away.
All right, Scarcer has gone out. I'm not sure if he was bounced out or if he went out and just immediately saved. I think we'll know here in just a moment. He just went out and saved.
Yeah, I thought he popped out for a save and a heal.
That's what it seems like. Oh man, the Sahag packs.
He should have. I'm curious. He should have the levels, and he stopped at the Lefane Superstore. I wonder if he didn't have the cash, maybe, to pick up Exit.
Maybe, or he just didn't feel like picking it up. Could be either of those scenarios. Checks 2 of the greed chests. Unfortunately, does not pull a shard out of them. Are we going to be wrong on just going to check the greed chests? It seems like we are. Gonna go ahead and head to this room with 2 chests. Picks up a flame sword and a confused gauntlet. Normally that'd be nice against carry, but not going to be too terribly necessary at this point. 190 gold, 1024 gold, avoiding the trapped tiles, which I can definitely get down with.
Respect. Just a quick pop in here. Grab the 3. No additional shards, unfortunately, but that's life.
That means Mirage and Sky will have the shard that Scarcer needs, hopefully. But at the same time, he could end up going into the Volcano Armory, picking up the 1 shard from there, which wouldn't take that long to do. Go kill carry and be in go mode from that after taking out Kraken and Tia.
He does have to go to Sky regardless, though, and get that loot.
He does. And if it turns out that there are enough shards to make up for the carry kill on top of the one extra that he needs, this is going to be some beautiful routing.
Yeah, I would imagine that checking some chests in Sky would lead to enough shards on top of a Tia and a carry kill here or a Kraken kill, excuse me, to put him over the edge.
Speaking of Kraken, here we go. Going to Ruse up, Temper up, Invis 2, and Invis 2. So getting a full party Ruse, but that White Mage is going to go down immediately. Temper's going to go out.
As is tradition.
Temper. Hey, it's gonna happen. Oh! We have an evasive Kraken. That's not great.
Oh, we did use the life spell in... Oh, but it has no... Oh, well, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, I guess. Bye, Kraken.
All right. That was 931 damage, taking out Kraken 1 for Scarcer. And Sorbius pulling up to Kraken as well. Forsaken in the air, flying around, does have the herb. And Thavian over in the Mermaid side. Fade can come out from Sorbius for 170. Swing from the X-Cal, 3 for 321. Ice 2 coming out from Kraken 1. Not dealing too much damage. Mazza Swing, 3 for 168. Should be going down this round. Fast going to go out onto the Ninja. Hold comes out, stunning the fighter. Mazza Swing, only one hit. Fade comes out for 101, and that is goodbye, Kraken.
Still did. Nice work. Got him. All right, so we've got 2 water orbs lit. One for Sorbius, one for Scarcer. Looks like we've got Thavian Hawk digging his way through the water temple currently. And we do have Scarcer checking the Mirage chests. I'm trying to catch a shard count on his side. Maybe here. Nope, too fast. Just kidding.
I'm pretty sure Scarcer knows that he only needs 3 shards from the chest that he loots in order to be in go mode, unless he decides to go after carry.
Oh, we had a map check by Sorbius. You don't get to see a map check much. I love to see it. I'm on board. Check those maps. Ooh. Stone. That was rough.
That is rough, and he realized he went back directly to Earth. He realized he didn't check the top floor, and fortunately, it does get that TNT.
Wow. Nice job, Sorbius.
It's a very good heads-up play from Sorbius in order to make that happen.
Has he checked... He hasn't been through Volcano, has he?
No, he has not.
That's a bold check. To go back to check the few chests in Earth that you skipped instead of doing Volcano. I think my lizard brain would have said, more chests, go Volcano.
I mean, to be completely honest with that, it's the more logical play to make. But I would have made the same play.
There we go. Sorbius picking up his chime. Knows what he now needs to do.
Thavian gonna need to go back to pick up that chime and then head to Sky as well. While Scarcer does pick up an Aegis Shield +3 on the way to the floating fortress and runs into a pack of Saberteeth and Medusas.
I didn't see what turned him to stone last time.
I did not either. Unfortunately, not going to get the run, but it might happen this round. Oh, Trant's going to come out. That's going to put a damper in things.
Trance revolution.
It's time to try to run.
Everybody get out your flashing lights. It's
Right.
strobe time.
All right, Fade's going to come
comes
out.
Got him.
Hey, got to do what you can to get out of the encounter, right?
Yep. Sorbius also discovering the joys that the Medusa Saber T-Pack can bring. Running away, but getting tranced.
Ooh, instant crit. And there's the seafood party pack for Scarcer on the blue dragon tile and into the flying fortress. Gonna start off by checking some of the chests over here. Heal pot, pure pot, 191 gold, and another heal pot.
You gonna keep checking? Where's he going?
I have a feeling we're gonna see more checks coming up.
Alright, so he's going. Oh. Damn. Oh, there's an eye. Not a trap tile, but there's an eye. We take those.
Eye encounter always good to see. Flame armor +4. That's a really good pickup. Gonna drop the iron gauntlet to grab that flame armor. That's gonna provide a lot of absorption for the knight. Stop helm -3, lit 2 stick +3, and 2,000 gold.
Talk about those caster items. Just a lot of them right in that little area all by itself. Ooh, gonna run away from the eye. Scarcer. Why?
I imagine Scarcer feels comfortable with the levels that are in hand. There is the loot in Sky as predicted and as seen by one of the hint givers. I'm not sure which one. Going up to CC's Gambit.
There's a shard. Ooh, there's a quad X. Go get the quad X.
And that's 2 shards. That's going to put Scarcer in a very good position.
Oh, we got dragon armor +4. That is going to be a tanky boy.
That dragon armor +4 is huge.
Oh, I would have picked up that quad X caster item, whatever it was.
It was a quad X shirt.
Even better. The red mage can put it on.
Oh, absolutely. Now, the only potential concern would be the levels that Scar's party's at, and oh, the ninja gets rubbed immediately. Davian going through the Mirage Tower right now. Does have Chime and Cube. Looking to pick up that loot. There's another shard for Scarcer.
I think he's 1 short.
He is exactly 1 short, but Tia is going to provide the rest of the needed shards. Going left, which is going to cause an extra step to be taken. It can matter.
There's Thavian picking up his loot. We've got Sorbius checking a bunch of chests on the snowflake floor, the spiderweb floor, whatever you'd like to call it.
All right. Looks like Scarcer did get into a slime encounter, unable to get away from it. Gonna throw out a fade that should get rid of most of the slimes, which it does, 2/3 of them to be exact, and Fire 3 is going to clean up the encounter, and that's going to be a good amount of EXP, putting the party up to 20 and 21. And there is the Orb of Tia. And here we go, Invis 2 going to come out. Fast being used on the Knight. 3 hits for 122 coming out for the Mazza. And Viz 2 going to raise that evasion. Swing from the Knight. 3 for 104, unfortunately. Not doing too much damage. But Tia, she goes to chomp and misses. Fast going to be used on the Ninja now. White Mage down to 106 HP. 2 hits for 36 damage coming out from the Mazza. Fade comes out, dealing mid 200s in damage. 4 hits for 151 coming out from the Mazza. Unfortunately, not looking too great on the damage output. Zap gonna come out, attempting to go for the insta-kill. Ineffective.
Hail
Block 2
Mary's
comes
that.
out. Easier to hit. 4 hits for 270 coming out from that knight now. 7 hits, 554. Temper going out. Thunder, though, from Tia. Little painful to see, but not going to be the end of the world. 4 hits, 306, taking out the red swing from the knight. 8 for 506, and that is it.
Whew. 2 Tia fights going on simultaneously.
Indeed. And that's a T-Rex for Scar. That's really nice EXP. 11,315.
Nice. All right, so a few notes. Thavian we did see the Vorpal Sword in Sky. It was Vorpal +3. Also, welcome Raiders. Droth the Destroyer raiding our channel. Welcome. This is a Duck Derby race. We are in round 3, Group A here. We've got Thavian entering Temple of Fiend Revisited at the 102 mark. This one will be a highly interesting. We've got the mid-length Topher turned on tonight. So this is a fun flag. I mean, this is the first, I think, actual race that I've seen with this flag turned on. I love this new flag. I love the change here. So what this does is it cuts out some of the meaty bits in the beginning of Temple of Fiends Revisited, allowing you to skip right to Lich's floor. As you can see Thavian taking on right now, we do have our good friend Lich 2, the purple speed bump. Hi Lich, bye Lich, as we say in the biz. All right, heading on to carry 2 here on Thavian's side. We do have Scarcerer entering Temple of Fiends Revisited. Looks like he hit it about the 1 hour, 3 minute mark.
All right. So yeah, the nice thing about Mid Topher is it takes out the initial ascent and descent, which just makes it go that much faster.
Hoorah! Oof! Lich comes out and puts down Scarcerer's party. Oh my goodness!
Was that a zap?
I believe so.
Yikes. But life 2 in tow, that does make things a lot easier. And gonna chug some heal pots as Thavian pulls carry 2. Gonna double up fast and double up swinging. Swing from the X-Cal, 5 for 457. Fast is gonna go out onto the Ninja before the Ninja swings. Fire 3 coming out from carry 2, just gonna deal some minor damage. But the Mazza swing, 10 hits for 506, is going to get rid of carry 2.
Oofda. Yeah, I mean, Thavian's got the level advantage here. So he is trucking through these guys with his buffed up Massa, excuse me, and then he's got that X-Cal also swinging away. So he's got 2 big swords, he's got some levels, so he's cruising along. We've got Scarcerer pulling carry 2 now. Worth mentioning, we just had Sorbius take down, that was Tia 1.
And Forsaken has found, I believe, an I-Tile.
I-Tile in Earth. Oh.
That's a good find.
Thavian on Kraken 2 now. We're going to throw some buff magic on ourselves. Ooh, Wall, a good pick there. Dop comes out, though. That can be quite scary. Just hits that Ninja. Fast coming out from that Black Wizard. So we're buffed. We're ready to go. More Temper. More Wall. So Ruse coming out for that Ninja. Ooh, Kraken hits hard. Takes down Tank a little bit, but he's still standing. More Temper. More Wall coming out. We're going to fight. We're going to fight. We're going to fast. And we're going to hit the potion bin. All right, fast comes out. Nuclear clearing through for Kraken. Doesn't take anybody down, though. Everyone survives. 4 hits, 300 damage there. 7 hits for 369 there. We've got a tanky Kraken 2 this eve. Looks like we're going to do some heal pot strats, drink strats. Interesting. Here we go, another big swing. All right, 5 hits, 137. Takes down Kraken 2. We've also got Scarsor taking Kraken 2 on his side, but his whole party is stunned right now. Is that stun touch?
No, that was stop. And that last hit from Thavian was a massive 1373. There goes the ninja for Scarsor, unfortunately, but a swing for 622 is going to take down Kraken 2, and it's time to use that last charge of life and heal back up as Thavian pulls Tia 2, going to double up fast as Tia opens up with fast herself. Oh boy, 2 hits for 31 damage coming out from the Knight with the X-Cal. Fast go out, Ninja swings, 6 hits, 207, but now it is time to start using some tempers. Going to use a wall on the Knight. Swing 6 for 428. Wall comes out before anything else. Swing 4 for 295. Temper, unfortunately, going last. Lit 3 coming out, though, dealing chip damage to both the Knight and the Red. But no life charges. 6 hits for 713 is going to take down Tia 2 for Thavian. Thavian making the way down to Chaos. Does have extra life charges still at the ready. Does
5
get
heal pots.
Gonna have to be smart with heal pot usage here. And it is time.
Oh my goodness.
Checking equipment, moving the Maza, moving the Ice Sword. Gonna throw the Ice Sword onto the Ninja. X-Cal going onto the Black Mage. Actually having multiple legendary weapons equipped, always nice to see. And here we go into Chaos. Roostick to open up with. Fast gonna be used onto the Knight. Saberbonk coming out, and on top of that, gonna throw a wall. Ruse gets initiative. Wall gets initiative. Fast gets initiative. And a swing from Chaos for 72 damage. Saber does go out and not gonna do any damage just yet, but taking a test swing after the one Saber. Gonna go ahead and fast up the Ninja. First swing, 7 for 397. Ruse comes out again. That Ninja should not be able to be hit. Temper comes out after Chaos' swing. The Ninja definitely will not be able to be hit after this turn. Fire 3 is going to come out, dealing chip damage to Chaos, 44 to be specific. Swing, 9 hits, 725 from that Maza. Roostick coming out again, and that is maximum evasion stacks onto the Ninja. Temper coming out again. 3 hits, 237 coming out onto the Knight. 7 for 7 from the Ninja. 7 for 962 coming out from that Knight. It's close. Chaos should be on a knee. And 8 hits, 1175 is going to seal the deal. Thavian finishing first on the restream, second overall with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, 31 seconds. Get your GGs out for Thavian. And finishing in first place overall was Herbie B with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 7 minutes, 52 seconds. Thavian, GGs. We'll get to your interview in a second, as Scarsor is also taking on Chaos right now, is down the Ninja. Gonna go ahead and use that Saberbonk. I believe has also been using the Temper Sword alongside it. Nuclear is gonna come out from Chaos, which you did not see. Saber comes out, and it is just the Knight as well as the White Maid or White Wizard. Ice 2 comes out, finishing out that White Wizard. It's an X-Cal, swinging and praying. 9 hits, 641. Zap misses. 8 hits, 379. Nuke comes out from Chaos, swing and a miss. That Knight is still alive. 9 hits for 148. We have a third Chaos fight going on right now. 9 hits for 444. Ice 2 comes out doing chip damage. 9 hits, 503. Terminated. Get your GGs out for Scarsor, finishing with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, 19 seconds. Third overall, second here on the stream. Sorbius, though, working on fighting Chaos. Lock 2 Fade comes out. It's time for more Saber on Sorbius' side. Going to Cure 3 instead on the White. Saber comes out. Cure 3 pushing the White Mage back up to 370. If that Cure 3 had not gotten initiative, that White Wizard would be dead right now. But initiative was had. Cure 4 going to come out onto the White Wizard. If initiative allows. It does not swing from the Vorpal. 10 hits, 536. Good damage coming out right there. Another 10 hits for 446. Ice 2 going to come out, dealing chip damage to both the Ninja and the Knight. And now it's swinging all out. 10 hits, 194 with the Vorpal doing Vorpal things. 4 hits for 65. 4 hits for 4 coming out from that Red Wizard. This is looking a little dicey, but heals are going to be coming out. 9 hits, 222. Nuclear comes out. That's going to take down both the Ninja and the Red Wizard. 10 hits, 318. It's man mode at this point for Sorbius. He's got to get a good swing here. 10 hits, 530. Terminated.
Initiative saves the day, I think, there.
It definitely did. Sorbius finishing with an official racetime.gg time of an hour, 12 minutes, 1 second. Or 1 second. Get your GGs out for Sorbius. That is 3rd on the restream, 4th overall. Holy cow.
Well, that was quite a few chaos fights there, right on top of each other.
Back to back to back, or back to back to back chaoses? Yeah.
Back to back to back. All right, well, welcome to the broadcast booth. Thavian, welcome. Finishing 1st on stream, 2nd in the race overall. And our friend Scarcerer, who finished 2nd on the restream here and looks like, was that 3rd overall?
GG.
Welcome. GG's.
Okay.
I first, before anything, why Dark Moon did you roll as a seed that had such a horrifying start?
I mean, the better question I have for both of you. Why did you not take the black belt with telemagic?
Didn't want it.
Because the rest of the blessings for the other parties didn't look that bad. I think I missed the thief with the lockpicking would have been neat if I didn't immediately get the key after getting him up. And yeah, the lack of the luck that made it hard to run. I thought about taking the black belt, but then I thought, well, then I'd be dependent on a grind when I could just walk, and it's choices.
Well, you don't, I mean, as we discussed a little bit, particularly in chat, we went back and forth a little bit, but you don't have to use the black belt as your primary damage source if you take him along. He can just be your teleport boy.
Yeah, you could Dan off a black belt. I've done that a couple times in winter tournament flags.
Yeah, but by the time I got warp, I didn't really need exit. It would have been saved some time, but it didn't actually make that big of a difference, I don't think.
Oh, there was warp? I missed it.
Yeah, warp was level 6, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
I just raided like all the spell shops. Like, where the heck is Life 1? Where is exit? Where is warp? Where's nuke? Like, everything rolled high except for temper and fast at 3 and 4. It's like, well, thankfully I have those.
Well,
So
you got temper, you had fast, you had invis 2. That's all you need.
Yeah, temper fast and invis 2, easy money. Beat the
Wait,
You
same
got
was
person.
Bane
Invis
as
2?
well. Bane was in there, I think, at like level 3. You're good to go.
Bane was level 4, but yeah, I mean, you had everything you needed within your toolkit. The nuke was level 8, by the way.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Got him. All right,
Let him-
Thavian, I
let
do
him
have to
play
ask.
on.
I do have to ask Thavian real quick. Did you forget the axe bonus on the thief?
No, I equipped one of the lock axes to him after I shifted around my swords. Until he promoted and I shoved a better sword on, or an ice sword on him, he was wielding a lock axe.
Well, forgive my my griping then if you end up watching this back, because I was griping at you a little bit because you had
I even
only
got the
2
shirt
weapons
equipped
at
on the
one
body
point for a
that could put
while.
the shirt.
You only had 2. You had 2 weapons for a while. Both axes were sitting on your fighter.
I
But-
did early on. I forgot it. That is true, but I did end up putting it on when I got the ice sword, and I went, "Oh wait, axe. Put axe on the thief."
Well,
so you're right. I
all
didn't
right.
immediately remember it, but I got there.
All right. I'm satisfied now. You know, all my questions have been answered. That was all I needed to know. So we had early Wolves Fire 2, no fun. Early Creeps with Thunder. Also, lots of fun.
Bones with Stinger.
Yep.
Also lots of fun.
The
And
Stinger
Dazzle
train.
afterwards.
Stinger Dazzle. Yeah, that was fun as well. I think I saw there was more stun action in this seed than I feel like you see in most typical seeds. You guys were getting stunned by those bones. There was some stun action going on from Kraken 2 here at the end. It was quite a bit of you know, your light warriors were a little stun prone tonight, I guess.
Buy a lamp, cure stun, easy money.
Pretty much.
Thank you. There was some quality lamp strats going on here. Called out by chat, but definitely, a winner in our hearts. Lamp strats.
I thought of buying lamp. I thought of buying Exfer, but I just never do. All in all, the seed wasn't horrible. I think I could have saved a lot of time if I went, wait a second, why am I looting all the chests in C? Because it was about the time I got to Kraken's Font. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, I can just run down to carry, get the 2 shards there, kill Kraken, but I got the chime, so I just killed Tia instead, which also got me my loot. So I was looting more boxes than I need to in the end.
Yeah, I think Scarcer, I think you were looting boxes at the end, trying to see if you could skip the Tiamat fight. Was that the game plan there?
No, when I did CC's Gambit, I needed 2 shards to skip carry.
Gotcha.
And when I looted the 4 just above the teleporter, I wanted a ribbon.
Got it. Okay, because I thought you only needed, by the time you finished looting skyboxes, you only needed 1 more shard.
Did I?
Or maybe I'm completely wrong.
No, I needed. Did I? Were there shards in Mirage that I glossed over?
Yep.
Okay. No, I got dragon armor out of that. I don't regret anything.
This is true. You did pick up that pretty sweet dragon armor. Dragon armor +4. That's pretty awesome.
And for what it's worth, Scar, it definitely happens.
So it seems like fading ice was the right move.
For the most part, I think the one thing that you would find out is that not only was the other loose item, the ship, in Titan's Trove, but oh boy, what else was there?
Temper Sword.
The Temper Sword, yes.
Oh, well, that would have been sweet if I didn't have Temper and Fast and Saber.
Oh, did you take a Black Mage?
No, I took a red-white, or no, yeah, red-black.
Red-black, okay.
Yeah,
The white mage
the only one on stream
the red
that
mage
took...
came with free white, or free life. That's what I was banking on.
Yeah, David, you were the only one on stream that took a Black Mage.
I was gonna go white-black, but I kind of spaced out while selecting after making the decision, and there was enough time between getting the seed and the race starting that I forgot that I was going to get Black Mage. I realized as I entered Toph to kill Garland's like, do I want to reset and redo all that? No, I'll roll with it.
And there actually was another temper item found by Forsaken in Marsh Locked of all places. It was a temper hammer. So you had 2 temper items within the seed. And then, of course, the incentivized power bonk, which that power bonk got some mileage there at the end.
Oh, yeah.
That's where it's supposed to get the most.
Oh, yeah. I mean, unless you're doing obscenely high scaling flags, in which case the power bonk gets its mileage everywhere.
You betcha.
But yeah, that was well played by both of you. We did end up having Sorbius decline an interview, but I know the standings will be updated very soon. Right now, points-wise, let's see if I can end up doing my math correctly. Scarcer, you are at 51 points. Sorbius will be at 53. Thavian, you are going to be at 42.
I have achieved the answer.
You have.
But what is the question?
That's what Earth's for. Earth was created to find the actual question that needed to be answered, to find the actual answer that needed to be asked, or for the question that needed to be asked. Then they destroyed Earth and they had to build a new one to make up for it.
And I like that. Last question I have for both of you is, you're now through week 3. You have week 4 remaining. How prepared are you for the Spring Tournament 2021 Redux?
It's a fun little flag set. I'll be fine.
Ran a few of those seeds when I first got into the randomizer. I just went back, watched all the previous tournaments, and dumped a bunch of seed with those flags and just pounded them out. So it'll be nice to get back there.
Well, I don't have any more questions, Solaria. Do you have any?
What is your process for heading into that next week look like? What are you going to do to prepare for those Spring Tournament 2021 seeds, flags? What's the game plan?
Probably rewatch a few streams, fire up a few practice seeds. Most of the time when I'm at work doing nothing else, that's more or less what I do. When you have a 43-inch TV as a monitor and you have your own office space with no oversight, you can do other things.
Just gotta hope
Nice.
boss isn't watching this stream.
That would be wild. Can you let me know if your boss is watching this stream, Davian? I would love to know.
He does monitor the cameras though, so if he sees something weird, he will contact me and say, "Why did you bring a TV to work?" The question, the answer, his response was, "Oh." But back
Wonderful.
to the randomizer.
What about you, Scar?
I'm gonna brag this and mess around and find out.
Absolutely. So when it comes to the shard hunt, I guess, can you talk to us a little bit about how you guys are feeling about shard hunt heading into this? There's quite a bit of different paths that shard hunt can take. There's a little bit of a different strategy that you need to apply in order to excel at this format specifically. I guess, do you have any thoughts specifically around the shard hunt flag set?
Honestly, the shard hunt is part of the reason why I didn't go with the black belt, because shard hunt is you want to spend time opening boxes, whereas black belt is you want to find, grind, and punch things. So loose plus shard hunt sort of laid into that, but it's a great flag set for the looter obsessed gremlins. But it's also a great flag set to wean yourself off the looting habit, because you need to know when to stop looting. Something to learn.
Nice.
Scar, any additional thoughts there?
Shard Hunt's better than similar ideas I've seen in other randomizers. It feels better than for Enterprise's Dark Matter Hunt. It's fun.
Oh gosh, don't remind me about Dark Matter hunts.
T-Wild?
Yeah, that's true.
T-Wild, S-Cabins?
Yeah, that's very true.
Dark Matter Hunt.
Okay, our last runner on stream here, we've got Forsaken Sadness. It looks like they have a pretty decent shard count. I think they're 6 short, by my estimate there. So it looks like we're headed into Mirage Tower here. Gonna pick up a few shards, probably traipse our way up to Tia and take our shard count to its max.
I mean, he still does have to get the loot, finish out those shards, and make it through Topher.
Thankfully, the loot was a quick grab.
It absolutely was, with it being in the vanilla adamant box, since it is the vanilla sky incentive. It does make it real nice.
Ooh, guards with Brack. I'm glad I didn't see those.
Yeah, guards with brag. That's not what you want to see. Thankfully, it looks like Forsaken has enough soft potions to guide him through that. Come on, grab that pro ring. Unless he bought pro rings.
Did anyone
Not
else
sure
see
if he
another
bought them.
ribbon other than the one that was in Volcano? And then the incentive one?
I was about to say the one in Volcano and the incentive one were the only two that I saw.
Yeah, I don't know that we saw a third one at all. Making away, the
The
Mirage
chillax and
Tower.
climb. Interesting, passing up on greater than less than. That's pretty chest dense.
I mean, it is 10 chests, and you have the rest of the chests up in Sky. But, yeah. You should be able to finish out the stuff relatively quickly, and has a pretty good complement of spells at the ready.
I think he had 5 shards short, so he could just run up, kill Tia, then dive carry really fast. I mean, it is a really quick run, even with the encounters as they are.
Oh, yeah. Now, I know our restreamer Darkmoon was mentioning something about us raiding Forsaken, and doing that after finishing out the interviews. But I am double checking to see if that is still going to be the plan, as we know Forsaken is relatively close to finishing. All right, so we are actually going to go ahead and follow through with the plan to raid Forsaken. And so with that, I know that we did lose Scar, but Thavian, you played a good seed. You have any final thoughts before we take it on home for the night?
Running out of potions and Topher's scary. But you gotta man up. And GG to everyone else. This was actually a fun seed in the end.
Indeed. Solario.
It was a great seed. It's fun to see the Ducks running seeds, fun to see the shard hunt. You know, it's great to see this mid Topher flag coming into full swing as well. Love to see the changes, love to see the updates. And you know, GG's to all the runners. It is a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to cast. So thank you to everyone out there. Huge shout out to our trackers tonight, Giga and Ghost Pirate. Thank you boys or thank you folks for taking it home, keeping us honest on that front. Much appreciated.
Indeed, and big thank you to Darkmoon for doing the restream on this. Giga, Goats, thank you both so much again for doing the tracking. Solario, I've been waiting to jump back in the booth with you. I'm glad we were able to do this again.
Heck yeah, man.
And Thavian, very, very well played tonight.
Thank you.
With that said, though, a few announcements. RPG Limit Break, 2024 is right around the corner, coming up on Sunday. The RPG Speedrunning Marathon will be live, benefiting the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So definitely be sure to tune in for so many different RPG speedruns. You're definitely going to want to catch the finale of the event, as that run is going to be amazing. If you have not checked the schedule, it is closing out with Final Fantasy IV, run by a very good friend of mine. So I highly recommend checking out that run. There are going to be so many incentives to donate to, so many great prizes, and just an overall amazing event. On top of that, speaking of events, we do have our own Final Fantasy Randomizer Summer Marathon coming up. So we do still have submissions open for that. It will be happening June 14th through June 16th. Lots of randomizers, roguelikes, all that good stuff. You're going to want to be able, or you're going to want to check that out as well once we have it up and going. On top of that, if you want to join the Final Fantasy Randomizer server, as well as give Final Fantasy Randomizer a try yourself, go to finalfantasyrandomizer.com and it will get you started with the randomizer, be able to help you learn everything. You could even be here in the next Duck Derby. But with that, I believe it is time for us to give RPG Limit Break back their channel, as Forsaken Sadness does light the air orb, get the last shards, and we are going to raid Forsaken Sadness. So on behalf of our race streamer Dark Moon EX, our trackers Giga and Ghost Pirate, my co-commentator Solaria Rex, our four runners Forsaken Sadness, Thavian Hawk, Sorbius, and Scarsfer, I am Sonny Wrath 11. Thank you all for watching. Keep the power of the orbs alive. And as Luffy DV would say, FFR fam, we gone.